All right, if you've got a pension, listen up because you are staring down one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. So, what we're going to do here is break down all your options so you can make the smartest possible choice for your future. Ready? Let's get into it. When you strip everything else away, it really just boils down to this one simple, powerful question. Do you want a giant pile of cash in your hands the day you retire? Or would you rather have the peace of mind of a guaranteed paycheck that shows up in your bank account every single month for the rest of your life? This is the core choice we're digging into today. And look, let's be clear about this. This isn't some small decision. It's a huge crossroad in your financial life. The path you end up choosing is going to define your lifestyle and your financial security for years, maybe even decades to come. So just think of this whole explainer as your personal map to help you navigate that decision with total confidence. So when you finally hit that retirement milestone, your pension provider is going to come to you and lay out a choice between two very different options, a lump sum payment or what's called an annuity. It's a choice that will fundamentally shape how you fund your entire retirement. All right, so let's jump right in and define what we're actually talking about here. We're going to look at exactly how a lump sum works compared to a pension annuity. The lump sum is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You get the whole kit and caboodle, the entire value of your pension in one big check. You can then take that money, roll it over into an IRA, which is a great move to avoid a massive immediate tax bill, and then boom, you're in the driver's seat. You can invest it however you want. Now, the pension annuity, that's kind of the complete opposite. It's all about keeping things simple and predictable. Your employer or an insurance company they work with just sends you a check, like clockwork, every single month for as long as you live. It's like having your own personal private paycheck that never stops. Okay, this slide right here is where you can really see the fundamental trade-off. It's so clear. On one side with the lump sum, you get all the control, all the flexibility, the potential for that money to really grow, and you can leave a legacy. The catch? You take on all the investment risk. And then the annuity just flips that whole script. You get simplicity, a guaranteed income, zero market risk, but you usually give up that control, the growth potential, and often any inheritance. So the big question is, how on earth do you choose? Well, to figure out what's right for you, we've put together a little checklist. Let's walk through 7 really critical questions that you've got to ask yourself. First up, how do you feel about uncertainty? An annuity gives you that steady paycheck you literally cannot outlive. It takes that nagging fear of, what if I run out of money, completely off the table. The lump sum, on the other hand, puts the responsibility on you to manage that money so it lasts. Are you someone who's okay with the ups and downs of the market? If you are, a lump sum gives you the chance for some serious growth. But if watching the market go up and down gives you a heart attack, then that peace of mind from a guaranteed check, man, that might be priceless. Okay, this next one, it might sound a little morbid, but honestly, it's a super important financial question. The longer you think you're going to live, the more valuable those guaranteed lifetime payments from an annuity become. It's basically longevity insurance. It protects you from the problem of living a super long, super healthy life. Think about your immediate plans. Do you have big plans right at the start of retirement? Like maybe you want to finally pay off the house, or buy that RV you've been dreaming of, or help your kids out. A lump sum gives you that immediate cash to do whatever you want. An annuity, though, it locks your money up in return for that long-term monthly security. Okay, now this is a huge one that people often overlook: inflation. Most of these employer pension annuities are fixed. That means the paycheck that feels great today might not feel so great 10 or 20 years from now when a loaf of bread costs twice as much. A lump sum, though, can be invested to grow and hopefully outpace inflation, protecting your spending power. And what about your legacy? Do you want to leave something behind for your kids or grandkids? With a lump sum, whatever's left when you're gone is part of your estate and goes to your family. But a lot of those standard pension annuities, the checks just stop when you pass away. That's it. Nothing left for the family. And finally, you absolutely cannot forget about taxes. Taking a massive lump sum all in one go could push you into a way higher tax bracket for that year, which could mean a giant chunk of it gets eaten up by taxes. Annuity payments, on the other hand, spread that income and the taxes you owe on it out over many, many years. So, after going through all those questions, you might be sitting there thinking, man, I wish I could just cherry pick the best parts of both. Well, what if I told you there might be a way? Let's talk about a hybrid strategy that tries to combine the control of a lump sum with the security of an annuity. It's actually a pretty simple 3-step play. Step 1, you tell your employer, yep, I'll take the lump sum. Step 2, before you do anything else, you roll that money straight into a traditional IRA. That's key because it's a tax-free move. And then step 3, you take that IRA and you go shopping. You find a modern, personal annuity from an insurance company that gives you the best deal and the features you actually want. And the reason this hybrid strategy is so powerful is because it solves a lot of the problems we just talked about. You still get that guaranteed income for life, but you also get things your old pension probably never would have offered, like flexibility over your payments, the potential for growth, and really important, a death benefit that makes sure any leftover money goes to your family, not the insurance company. All right, so we've looked at the lump sum by itself, the old school employer annuity, and this new hybrid idea. Now let's put it all side by side to really help you see the differences and make that final choice. Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. Just look at that first column for a second. That's the hybrid strategy we just talked about. I mean, notice how it's the only one that gives you a yes for lifetime income and access to your money and something for your heirs, all while protecting you from direct market risk. It really shows you the power of taking that lump sum and putting it to work for you. But at the end of the day, and this is really important, there is no one-size-fits-all answer here. The perfect choice for your neighbor might be the wrong choice for you. It all comes down to your life, your health, your goals, your family, and just what you're comfortable with. And if you take away only one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this: never just accept the first offer. Your employer is going to offer you their plan. It's a take-it-or-leave-it deal. But the open market, it's competitive. Insurers are fighting for your business, which means you can often find way better deals if you just shop around. Always compare your options. So there you have it. You now have the map, you know the different paths, you know the questions to ask yourself, and you've seen how they all stack up against each other. The only question left to answer is, which path is the right one for you?